Hello everyone, I am Monica from IELTS 9. So we will be doing this reading, Honey Bees in Trouble. So I will be explaining you in deep. So don't worry about the limitations of time and length of video and all. So here for this reading we have yes, no, not given as well as multiple choice questions, and third type of question is also there. You can see complete each sentence with the correct ending. So I find it this type of questions are really easy. So with the help of only keywords and little bit understanding of the sentence, I find all the answers correctly. Okay, but here yes, we have multiple choice questions that we need to read it thoroughly. I mean not too thoroughly, but with the help of the location we can understand. If we can understand the paraphrasing, we can easily get the answer. Okay, let's start it. Let's not waste time here. So I will not be reading anything. You can see the paragraphs also. Only I will understand the meaning of the title, Honey Bees in Trouble. So of course they are in trouble. So honey bees in trouble. Can native pollinators fill this gap? Okay, so let's read the question. First type of question we have yes, no, not given, and how you can achieve your desired band scores. Definitely some dedication is required, and moreover take interest in your practice. So how I am taking interest in reading? So see this, so they are talking about honeybees in trouble. So I have query in my mind, I have question in my mind, how they are in trouble, what kind of damage we people are doing to these animals. So that they are explaining here, so that we need to find it. So that's the thing, you need to take interest in your reading. So every time if you think, oh my god, I am getting 7 right, I am getting 9 rights, how can I get to 13? So please focus on quality, not the quantity. Okay, so if you more focus on 40 out of 40, it will not be possible within a week or within 10-15 days. It's a matter of practice as well as how you improve your reading skills, how you improve your paraphrasing and synonym and common vocabulary words meaning and all. So let's start it. Yes, no, not given. It's like same true, false, not given. In the United States, so this is my keyword. I will be reading the statement first and underline the keywords and definitely try to understand the meaning. In the United States, farmers use honeybees on a large scale over the past few years. If in US farmers they are using honeybees on a large scale over the past few years, then it will be yes. If they are not using honeybees on a large scale, on its medium scale or a small scale, then it will be no, means contradiction of information is there. And instead of United States, if they are talking about Australia, Europe, Canada, then it will be also again no. And if they are not talking about whether these honeybees are being used by US farmers on a large scale, small scale, or like medium scale, then it will be not given. So let's take our keywords to find the location. Now take care of this. Here we have 3 types of questions. Okay, this is first type of question. So definitely we will get this location in first paragraph. We will start looking for this location of this question in the first paragraph. So do practice with me. I will be showing paragraph also as well as questions also. So this is first paragraph. So you can read it to understand the story, how they have started if you want. Otherwise we will focus on the, so without honeybees, the story goes fields will sterile, economies will collapse, and the food will be scarce. Okay, food will be scarce. Okay, so second paragraph I can see United States. In the United States, where CCD they have already discussed about colony collapse disorder was first reported and has its greatest impact. Okay, honeybees are not a native species. Pollination in modern agriculture. Okay, pollination alchemy, its industry, the total number of hives involved in US pollination industry has been somewhere between 2.5 million 3 million in recent years. Meanwhile, American farmers began using large quantities of insecticides, planted large scale crop, monoculture, and okay. So basically we have got the same thing. In the United States, farmers use honeybees on a large scale over the past few years. So had greatest so in United States is this total number of in US pollination industry has been somewhere between this and this in recent year. Also we have got, and using large quantities of this insecticides, planted large scale and all. So we can get, so what we can get the answer. So you decide your answer whether it is true, yes or no. So it will be yes, because they are using on a large scale these honeybees. So honeybees, they have started talking from first paragraph. Okay, now coming to second question, that is cleaning farming practices. Cleaning farming practices, that word I can see here in the second paragraph, would be harmful to farmers. If they have been talking about these cleaning farming practices would be harmful to farmers, then it will be yes. And if it is not harmful, if it is beneficial for farmers, then no. And if they are not talking whether this is harmful or useful to farmers, then not given. Okay, so cleaning farming practices and farmer, after then we will match whether it is harmful or not. So in the same paragraph we have got cleaning farming. Okay, same location. Meanwhile, American farmers, this we have already done, adopted clean farming practices that scrubbed native vegetations from field margins, roadsides. These practices killed many native bees outright. They are as vulnerable to insecticides as any agriculture pest, and made the agriculture landscape inhospitable to those that remained concerned with these practices, and their effect on isn't new. Okay, this person name is there, warned a fruitless fall that could result from disappearance of insect pollinators. So in this paragraph I couldn't find that whether it is harmful to farmers or useful. So nothing is given about. You can read this paragraph again. This is the location. Okay, so here we can match it, not given. Okay, now third question, the blue arched bee, so this is the word that will take us to the location, is the most efficient pollinator among native bees for every crop. If this bee is most efficient pollinator among other native bees for every crop, then definitely yes. And if it is not efficient as compared to other native bees, then no. And if they are not talking whether this blue orchid bee is efficient or not, then not given. Okay, so let's find this word first. So this full paragraph we have read, nothing is given about blue orchid. So let's go to next paragraph, and please do subscribe and practice with me. So we are looking for this blue orchid bee. So I am using my pencil like that. See this. So whenever there is another important word, I am doing circle, and sometimes I am doing underline, so that distinguishing between the keywords will be there for next questions. To service crops declined, the honeybee has been semi-domesticated, Egyptian is also there. So I am looking for blue orchid bee. Pollinators used to pollinate every crop, this without a doubt. If there was some person name is also there, US Department of Agriculture, Industrial Agriculture Modern System is also there, more cheaply. Photosynthetic, content, long assembly lines, ecosystem. So nothing is there about blue orchid bee, so that doesn't matter. Let's find this word in next paragraph. Some person name is there. On agronomist pointed that in nature such a high degree of specialization in dangerous game. Okay, single pollinator. So nothing is about blue orchid bee. So what do you think? Shall we put it? Not given. But if we get the location of this question, So if we get the location of this word in another paragraph, then we can reconsider it. So till now I have just gone through two paragraphs also. I will be marking it not given. So but let's find it. Fourth, it is beneficial to other local creatures to protect native bees. Okay, to protect native bees. Next paragraph, can we move? So we are looking for this word also, we are looking for native bees also. Native bees, I think this was in another paragraph also. Let's read. Wild bees are already being successfully managed crop pollination. The problem is trying to native bees in adequate numbers on a reliable basis in a fairly short number of. Okay, it is beneficial to other local creatures to protect native bees. Okay. Problem is trying to provide native bees in adequate numbers on a reliable basis in a fairly short number of years in order to service the crop. James says you are talking millions of flowers per acre in 2 or 3 week time frame or less lot of crop. On the other hand, native bees can be much more efficient pollinate. Yeah, efficient word is here of certain crops than honey bees, so you don't need. So blue orchid bees is here. Yes, it means this is not given. Everything they have given. See this. A blue orchid is the most efficient pollinator among native bees for every crop. Okay. On the other hand, native bees can be much more efficient pollinators of certain crops than honey bees. So you don't need as many as to do the job. For example, about 750 blue orchid bees can pollinate a hectare of apples, or this a task would require roughly this. Honeybees, they are being okay. So is the most. So no, among native. So actually they are saying native bees can be much more efficient pollinators. So opposite thing they have given. So it means no answer is there. So contradiction. So instead here they are saying this native bees are more efficient than any other. Here it is saying opposite, blue orchid bee is the most efficient pollinator. So it is, that's why it is no. Now it is beneficial to other local creatures to protect native bees. It is beneficial. So another country name is there. Wild cashew can survive, cashew orchards. Okay. So next paragraph. In certain places, native bees may already be doing more than they are getting credit for. Okay. It is beneficial to other local creatures to protect native bees. In certain places, native bees may already be doing more than they are getting credit for. So where we can get answer? No. So it is beneficial to. So here I think it is given. You are talking the problem, okay, trying native bees in adequate numbers on a reliable basis. You are talking, on the other hand, native bees can be much more efficient of certain crops than honey bees. So you don't, but we are trying, it is beneficial to other local creatures to protect native bees. Protection is where? I am looking for, they are engaged in similar work, can survive in cashew. Cashew, in certain places, native bees may be already doing more than they are getting credit for. Let us look at the pollination of 4 summer crops. Farms protects, even though managed honeybees were present on many of the farms, wild bees were responsible for this. Winfree and can provide sufficient pollination. So we are looking, so let's find next paragraph, because it is beneficial to other local creatures to protect native bees. I am not getting this location. Let's find last paragraph also. So here I think they are talking about some person name is there. This is something is different. Conservation too. Okay. So landscape is a bee-friendly patchwork that provides a variety of habitats disturbed among crops. So last line also, can we read? Pollination of, but also serve as a key element in the overall conservation strategy for wild pollinators, often aid other wild species as well. So conservation and other species as well. See this. It is beneficial to local cultures to protect native bees. So we can just mark it yes. exact location I can't show it to you, otherwise I have to spend so much time. But also serve as a key element in the overall conservation strategy for wild pollinators and often aid for. Okay, let's do another next question, multiple choice question. And multiple choice question, wherever it is given like choose the correct letter A, B, C or D, it means this is multiple choice question. We have to select one option out of 4. So let's read 5th number. The example of the fruitless fair, this is the word we know where it was, underlines the writer's point about. So this fair underlines the writer's main point about. So we will not read anything, only we will find this word. So here in second paragraph we have got this word, see this, fruitless fall. And here they are talking about, we have to know example of the fruitless fair underlines the writer's point about. Okay. Okay, yeah, from where we can read it. So sentence is starting from here. Concern about these practices and their effects on pollinators isn't new. In her 1962 ecological farm Cry Silent Spring, Rachel warned of a fruitless fall that could result from the disappearance of insect pollinators. The impact for using pesticides. So wherever we have read, nothing is there about pesticides. Impacts of losing insect pollinators could result from the disappearance insect pollinators. Exact thing is given. See this, wherever you have found the location of this statement, of course writer is saying something. He warned of this fall, and after that he said could result means impact from the disappearance of insect pollinators. That's why we have selected this one. Now 6th number question. So now 6th question we will be doing, what can honeybees adapt to modern agriculture system? We know modern agriculture system in next paragraph. So why can honeybees adapt to modern agriculture system? Okay, so here in B paragraph we have found question number 5th. Now we will go to another paragraph, C paragraph, and you can do subscribe and practice with me. So in C paragraph, modern system is here. See this, modern system of agriculture is here. So let's read the question statement again. Why can honeybees adapt to the modern agriculture system? Okay, so honeybees is here. Let's read it from here. And although they are not the most efficient pollinator of every crop, honeybees have strength in numbers with 20,000 to this much in a single hive. Without a doubt, if there was one bee you wanted for agriculture, it would be the honeybee, says this person, US Department of Agriculture. The honeybee, in other words, has become a crucial cog in the modern system of industrial agriculture. That system delivers more food and more kinds of it to more places more cheaply than ever before. But system is also vulnerable because making a farm. Okay, so let's read the options. We have read so much thing. Why can honeybees adapt to the modern agriculture system? Honeybees can pollinate more crops efficiently. This is not given. The bees have been semi-domesticated since ancient time. Ancient time it is given, but I don't think so they are talking about semi-domesticated. Word is also there. Let's read it. The honeybee has been semi-domesticated since the time of the ancient Egyptians, but it wasn't just familiarity that determined this choice. Okay, so it was not that familiarity was not there. The bees have been semi-domesticated since, but here question is say, why can honeybees adapt to the modern agriculture system? Not talking about any ancient times according to the question. Honeybees can be protected away from pesticides. The ability of wild pollinators using to serve crop declines. I think crop declines is also not there. So let's finish this C paragraph again. Honey bee, in other words, has become a crucial cog in the modern system of this. This system delivers more food, more kinds of it, and more places more cheaply than ever before. But the system is also vulnerable because making a farm field into photosynthesis equivalent of factory floor pollination into series leaches out some of the resilience characters of natural ecosystem. Okay, so nothing is given about declines actually. Honeybees can be protected away from pesticides. See this, it is given like that. Yes, modern system is here now. So that system delivers more food, more kinds of, more places, more cheaply than ever. And yes, we can select this because otherwise decline is also not given. So we can select honeybees hives can be protected away from pesticides. So in modern pesticides, of course they are using it, but let's find where they have given pesticides. Crucial cog in the modern system of agriculture. That system delivers more food, more kinds, more cheaply than, it means indirectly they have given they can be protected away from pesticides when they are getting more food, more kinds of places to live and all. So indirectly I think they are talking about it. Now 7th number, the writer mentions factories and assembly lines. Now factories and assembly lines, factories here and assembly lines, where we can get assembly lines is also, it means location was just above for 6th, now we are doing 7th. The writer mentions factories and assembly lines too. Why he is talking about? Okay, but the system is also vulnerable because making a farm field into photosynthetic equivalent of factory floor and pollination into a series of continent long assembly lines also leaches out some of the resilience characteristic of natural ecosystem. Some problem may be there, it means 7th question. One drawback of the industrialized agriculture system, a low cost in modern, so this is not explained. So low cost, not talking about factory, in fact they were talking about something else, modern system. So role of honeybees on pollination, what a high yield is also not given. Only one they are talking about drawback. So we can select, see this. System is also vulnerable because making a farm field into photosynthetic equivalent of a factory floor pollination into a series of this also leaches out. Leaches out means some drawback may be talking, some of the resilience characteristic of natural ecosystem because of factory and assembly lines. So a low cost in modern agriculture, it is not matching because here, but they have started with, because modern system they were talking about something is cheaply and all. So that's why one drawback of this system. Now 8th question. In the 6th paragraph, location is already given. Winfree's experiment proves that. Now this person name we know, we have already selected in 6th paragraph. Let's go to next paragraph. Now this is the 6th paragraph and we have got this person name here. This Winfree's experiment proves that, what she had proved that, recently led a team that looked at the pollination of 4 summer crops, okay, tomato and all, at 25 farms in the region. Winfree's team identified 54 species of wild bees that visited these crops and found wild bees were the most important pollinators in the system, even though managed honeybees were present on many of the farms. In another study, okay, till here we have to find the answer. This is the so in another study, so it means some other person, okay, no, so in another study, watermelon, Winfree and her colleagues calculated that native bees alone could provide sufficient pollination, 90%. By contrast, honeybees alone could provide sufficient pollination at 75% of farms. Okay, I think identified 54 species visited were most important pollinators, even though, okay, let's read the options. Honeybees can be pollinate various crops. There are many types of wild bees as pollinators. Wild bees team identified 54 species of wild. So what she has proved, that we need to find. Honeybees can pollinate various crops. No, only 4 crops, they are not various. So this will not come. There are many types of wild bees as pollinators. Many types of wild bees were responsible for 60. So no, nothing is given like that many types of wild bees as pollinator. The wild bees can increase the yield to a higher percentage. So yield kind of thing means wherever agriculture crop is increased, nothing is given like yield. Yield means increment in the crop production to a higher percentage. This is also not given. Wild bees work more efficiently as pollinator than honey bees in certain areas. This also we can find. The most important pollinators in the system, even though managed honeybees were present on many of the farms, wild bees were responsible for 62% of flower visits in the study. So this is the thing they have said. Wild bees were responsible for. Wild bees work more efficiently as a pollinator than honeybees in certain cases. So this we can select it. Okay, so this is the location you can find. Now what does the writer want to suggest in the last paragraph? Now last paragraph, let's find. Of course, this is the last paragraph. Of course, not all farmers will be able to implement, because we are looking for 9th question. Writer want to suggest in the last paragraph. So not all farmers will be able to implement all of these practices, and researchers are suggesting a shift to a kind of agriculture system. For small scale farms, native bees may be indeed all that's needed. For larger operation, a suite of managed bees with honeybees filling the journalist role and other native bees pollinating specific crops could be augmented by free pollination services from resurgent wild pollinators. In other words, they are saying we still have an opportunity to replace a monoculture with something diverse, resilient and robust. Okay. So the importance of honeybees in pollination. So no, actually they are talking about agriculture importance. Adoption of different bees in various sizes of agriculture. Adoption of different bees. They are talking about, yes. So every kind of bees they are talking about, honeybees, pollinators and all. So we can select this, but let's read another. The comparison between intensive and rare field agriculture. No comparison is not given. The reason why farmers can rely on native pollinators. Reason. No, it is also exactly not given why they have not. So adoption of different bees in size, it is given. See this. For small scale farms, native bees. For larger operation, a suite of managed bees. So with honeybees filling this and this. So this they are talking about the honeybees and all. They can adopt for various kind of agriculture. So this we have selected.